Oh, hi there. The smoke rising up. It looks like I'm smoking or something on stream. And I've got my Shogi Dad mug here. I believe this is the 15-ounce one. This is the bigger mug, available at shop.shogidad.com. So I'm going to shill this a bit here today. I've got my green tea, drinking my coffee, or drinking my tea and drinking out of my Shogi Dad mug. And I've got two of these. I've got this one. I've got the smaller, which I believe is a 12-ounce. And I'm sure I'll be using that on stream at some point. They're both pretty nice. They're both surprisingly nice. I'm pleased with them. You know, they're not perfect by any means. You know, they're not like the shape that I go for, which is the scalloped sort of tapered sides or the round. It's a more upright, rounded at the bottoms and top, upright. But I like it. I like it a lot, and I think the print came out pretty well. So I'm gonna keep using this. We'll see how long it lasts. I'll be doing a durability test, I'm sure, over time here as I drink a lot of tea, drink a lot of coffee. Hey, Foradun. And so we'll see. You know, I don't know the mechanism by which this label is applied, if it's printed or somehow. I'm not sure. Long story short, I'm not sure. So we'll see how this holds up. I will be putting them in the dishwasher, and you know, over multiple washes, we'll see what happens to these. Because most of my mugs, you know, most of my branded mugs that I buy, like those, I have a bunch that I've shown on stream that are from the World Chess Hall of Fame and the St. Louis Chess Club and things like that. You know, those not peeled, but they broke up relatively quickly, like within a few months. And I've got that old Halo 3 Bungie.net mug that I've shown, and but I try to take care of that one. It's, you know, it's many years old and you can still see the Halo 3, you can still see the grunt on the back, but it's deteriorated. Yeah, I like the black. So, you know, the choice was, I had very limited choices on the site, and limited, so it was white or black basically is what the provider allowed. And you know, this tan logo won't do as great on some colors, but anyway, you know, it is what it is. I'm pleased with the result. I am definitely pleased with the result. You know, they are available on the site, and you know, I hope if anyone gets it that they like it. I'll be showing the smaller one probably next stream, but I believe this is the 15. This is a bigger mug, 15-ounce. I guess I should drink with my left hand to show off the branding. Anyway, it's going to be 10-minute games or 10-second games today. Is that what I wrote? Yes, 10-second. And we'll see how it goes. Hey, Origamoniwa, nice to see you. Yep, it's green tea. It's green tea in here now. It's a black cup with green tea. Pro streamer move. Exactly. It's product placement. Product placement. Hey, Rico, nice to see you. 1 second, I got a spam that I need to take care of over here. For some reason, you thought it was Saturday and that there wouldn't be a stream. Yeah, it feels like a Saturday. That's weird, because it feels like a Saturday to me, too. It definitely does. I don't know why that is. Like, I don't usually feel Saturday-ish on Fridays. I usually feel the Fridays. Even now that my job is streaming, I still feel the Fridays. I also hey, Peace R8C, nice to see you. Haro, I think that's what that says. Also, you know, if anyone hasn't checked out that podcast, check it out. I did solve two Rubik's Cubes, or two speed cubes, yesterday using a guide. And so, you know, Solomon has inspired me to do some speed cubing. And yeah, as Rico said, we've lost him. I'm lost. That is a joke, and that is not true. But I'd be lying if I said I felt confident for today. I am not feeling it today. So this is one of those days. This is one of those streamer days where where if of course it's up to me, but like, you know, if it was up to me today, I might not play Shogi because I don't feel like I'm seeing it. Like I did those mate runs. The mate runs were fine. I did 2020, which is, you know, not great, not terrible, but I didn't feel like I'm seeing the board, and I don't feel confident. I feel like I'm going to get in here and just kind of meekly lose. We'll see. You know, I don't want to jinx it, but at the same time, you know, when I have thought this, I've had some incredible streams. I mean, there was a stream, I think I went 7-0, 7 wins, 0 losses. When I started the stream thinking I probably shouldn't even play today. So who knows? Who knows? We'll see. But maybe that little bit of confidence there is also jinxing it, so maybe I will do badly. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. You know, it's sometimes I feel like the more discussion, you know, there was a brief Lee Shogi discussion on the Discord today, and I did happen to see that there was a brief discussion about 81 Dojo on the Discord in another channel today. And I've been finding lately, I don't know how you all feel. Hey, Totupi, nice to see you. NinWorld, hello, hello. Happy Friday. I don't know if any of you feel this, but sometimes when things start getting discussed, I start feeling worse about it. Does that make sense? Where the more that the Lee Shogi discussion happens and the more that the 81 Dojo discussion happens, I'm not sure if it's a helpless feeling or if it's a hopeless feeling that sometimes takes over. But I'm not, you know, I'm feeling a little down after reading both of those discussions. Hey, Emperor Rex, good day. So hopefully playing will just turn that off, you know, bring it back. There was on my Discord channel, there's a small discussion about Lee Shogi, and nothing bad, like nothing really bad. It's just a little discussion about Lee Shogi. On one of the other channels, you know, I normally don't read the especially these days. I normally do not read Gold General or Shogi. So it was in one of those where Trung had expressed some disappointment in Hidechi for only now starting to do work on the site, now that Japanese players are interested, coming from Shogi Club 24. And it's spun up just a small discussion about 81 Dojo. And for some reason, it just, I walk away from that discussion, or I walk away from that like, because I didn't take part in it. I don't know if I have anything to add to any of that discussion, quite honestly. And there are some people in that channel that I don't even want to interact with. So it's tough. But I agree with Rico. It's fantastic that it's getting updated, but in the end, it still seems kind of pointless because there's no team behind it. You know, there's no. It's getting updated, but it's not actually getting meaningfully improved or updated, if that makes sense. Like, that's not fair. That's not fair to say. That's not fair to say. It's not fair to say. But anyway. Oh, the YouTube banner says the 8th? Thank you. Thank you. I thought I changed that. Thank you so much. Let me go in here. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I really appreciate that. Oh, that hits. So I've done that once or twice before, at least once or twice before that I realized. And I felt like a complete fool after it was published. So thank you so much, Emperor X. Keeping me honest. I really like that. Okay, so I have updated it, so you should see the change. I hope you should see the change. All right. Hey, Flying Parrots. Forward to you loving 81 Dojo more than ever. Well, nothing has... Wait, but what has changed? Is it because of the... Is it you're loving it now because you're now more hopeful that there will be more players? Because nothing has really changed for established players like you and me. Right? I mean, it's outside of the 10-second, which I love, but I don't think you care about. Like, the 10-second thing is big for me as a 10-second fan. But I don't think you care about that. Rico, if you had to guess, you would think Hidechi had so... I can only start, like, reading on this screen, you know, this tiny little 12-inch display or whatever, and I've got to come over here, because the chat that I see on here, the Twitch chat that I can see on the streaming machine is completely cut off. So you know, it's nice that I can't really effectively get backseated, but it's not nice when I'm trying to have a discussion and I've got to look to the side. So you would say, if you had to guess, you would think that Hidechi has so much going on in his life that it's easy to fall into a routine, and the 24 News was a shock to that routine. Yeah, I think that's probably true. But so the thing is, so here's also something, and I don't want to be talking too much. I don't know if I want to be talking too much about this before playing, but this is a good discussion. And I think there are two things. There's one thing, which is that he still doesn't have anyone helping. So it's still his pet project, and he's still an relatively unapproachable person. And he is still very much, it seems like, concerned with only the Japanese audience. You know, the fact that he's tweeting in Japanese tells me that. So, you know, who knows? There's that. So yeah, you cannot begrudge anyone. It's his site and it's his baby. And like I've said before, he's done amazing work, and this is incredible stuff. Same thing goes for Lee Shogi, and they have done incredible work. And just because I don't necessarily agree with the direction, if I don't like it, I'm free to make my own. So, you know, that's or I'm free to go somewhere else. So, you know, that's kind of how I look at it. And so, you know, I have nothing really but thanks to give to him, even though I do think he's doing it wrong by not having someone help. But by not trying to turn it into something more. So that's the thing, is that, you know, I want a site that is monetized. I want there to be a site that has a vested interest in the growth of the site. That is something that is probably not a commonly held perspective, maybe in the shogi world, and maybe not even in the chess world to a certain extent. No, the chess world's large enough so that I think it is, but like, I want someone to have money in the game. I want someone to have skin in the game. I want them to be looking for ways to make things more interesting for new players, for make things better, which is why I even though I don't love this Shogi Wars software, and even though I don't like a lot of the ways that Shogi Wars and Heroes are monetizing this app, I am cheering them on, and I am financially supporting them because I want to see them grow. I want to see this game grow. I want to see there be opportunities for content creators, for teachers, for people who can make money around the ecosystem of shogi. And so, like, 81 Dojo, to me, is not contributing to that. If anything, at this point, it's almost hurting that. And so it's disappointing to me that he's not trying to monetize in any way. At least Kume-san was trying to monetize with the mobile players, and I don't know how much money he made from that. But I just think he probably wasn't very good at that kind of thing. Again, unfortunate that he didn't get a team or get someone there to help, because I think they could have monetized Shogi Club 24. Shogi Club 24 had the mobile monetization. They did have some way that was not accessible to me as a non-Japanese person. They had some way to monetize the evaluation and to get better evaluation post-game. They do have the opening explorer. They probably have the most useful and best and biggest opening explorer in the business. And they did nothing with it. So I think, Shogi Club 24 was frustrating for me to watch because I think they could have done something. It's sort of why I'm excited about Kyo. I'll just put product placement here, talking about monetization. Yeah, and voice chat. Yeah, voice chat that has been around. I do think that would be cool. I do think it'd be cool. I think it'd be fun to play face-to-face with people online, and with chat. I think that would be fun. But on the other hand, there are plenty of ways to do that already. Like, back when that was implemented, what was it, 10, 20 years ago, like, there wasn't as much there. And I just don't know if there's much of a market or demand for that. So many of the people in the Shogi world, it seems like, don't even want their names to be known. So, like, I don't think their faces are going to be showing. I don't know if that's a realistic thing that people would actually use. I think it's a cool feature, and it's something that I think is awesome. Like, having like a real club where you can see faces, like, that's a large reason why I do the podcast. And that's a large reason why one of the interview requirements are you have to give your first name and you have to have your video camera. Because I want to bring the reality of the Shogi world into focus. I as much as people, I'm not going to say anything else from that. That's really it. It's Fordun, you've been playing more on 81 Dojo and hopeful for more players. You've been comfortable with the mobile experience. Yeah. I mean, I don't like how I wouldn't be able to play mobile just because that chat is at the top. It feels so wrong for that to be on the top to me. I get into that app and I spectate and I'm like, what is this chat doing at the top of the screen? It's my own software hangups. I have extremely particular tastes about my software. Obviously I can slum it and use things like Shogi Wars. Just like I can slum it and drink decaf coffee. I may be a coffee snob in many ways, but I can slum it and I can drink decaf. I can drink machine coffee coming from, in an office space, and I can enjoy it. So I can slum it with Shogi Wars, but a comment box or a chat box at the top of a playing app, that I cannot abide. The thing back about that voice chat is that if I thought that voice, so I like I said, I like the idea, and if someone believes in an idea, build it and see if they come. But personally, I think if the idea of having video chat in a game had any legs at all, I think chess.com would be doing it, and I think Lichess would be doing it. I think the fact that neither Lichess nor chess.com have that video feature, to me, means this feature is dead on arrival. It's just not going to work. That's not the greatest logic to use, admittedly, and I could absolutely be wrong. It only takes the right implementation to prove that was old thinking. But just based on how sort of antique, I'll just say antique 81 Dojo is, I'm going to guess the implementation there is not going to be something that's going to be like mind-blowing for people. So anyway. Yeah, he started with a small team. You mentioned that, Rico. He chose to take everything on himself to suit his own workflow. And that's fair. And that is fair. Like, it's clear that this is a part-time thing for him. It's clear that it's not it's not his primary focus in his life. It's clear that it's probably not even the second focus of his life. It's like, that's clear, and that's fair, and that's completely acceptable. And you can still do great things in that. Like, 81 Dojo is a great resource and has been a great resource for many, many years. But personally, I want more. I'm selfish. I want more from the Shogi world. I want to use a site where the people are thinking day and night about that site. I want a site where their interests are directly tied to the success of the site. That's kind of what I want, because I want to see something better than this. I want to see something. I want to see some competition for Shogi Wars. That's why I'm sort of excited about that Kyo app. I'm cautiously excited about it because I want to see competition for this. That's why one of the reasons why I'm somewhat excited about the rikoDLC update, which is not a huge update, but it's a great update because I hope it puts pressure on these other sites. Anyway, that is it. Also, one thing, so I had said that there were two things. The other thing is that I just learned, and Todovsky isn't here to bash what I'm about to say, so I should probably wait. But Lichess just announced news that they had their best month ever in terms of donations. Do any of you? So if you do not know, if you know, please don't answer. If you know the answer to what I'm about to ask, please don't answer. And we don't have that many people right now watching. So, we only have 12 people watching across Twitch and YouTube. So I'm not going to wait too long for an answer, but I will take guesses at, how much Lichess earned in the past month. It's their best month ever. Their best month ever. Take a guess at how much money that came in to their site. And the reason I'm asking is because I think it will directly tie into what is even possible in the Shogi world, like for rikoDLC. Like, even if the rikoDLC guy did the best job that has ever been done, trying to think about what his upside would be. Anyway, so I'll say it. It was $80,000. That sounds like a lot. It's not, though. That's their best. That is the best in their history. So Lichess, the second biggest chess site with a monstrous and passionate user base. At least demonstrably passionate. I don't know. Their best month ever has been $80,000. So what's the upside? Like, what could rikoDLC even hope to get? Like, I can't believe there are so few people donating to rikoDLC and giving money. And that's, keep in mind, that's like a holiday month. So they might have had a lot of one-off donations too. That might not even be regular donations. Like that, that sounds like a lot of money. But like, that, if that was a company, that's not going to support many real employees. And that's only their best month ever. You could argue that places like rikoDLC and Lichess and rikoDLC, they can pay well under market rate, and that's probably the case. The developer of rikoDLC could make that amount of money if he just moved to the Bay Area and became a programmer. Well, maybe, I don't know if that's true. I don't know how good he actually is in the things that would matter to people in the Bay Area. But this is a brilliant programmer who's done life-changing work, and that amount of money coming in is not enough to support a company. So if chess players, who I think are more generous and seem to be more willing to give than shogi players, are not donating in massive amounts. I mean, that is a large amount, don't get me wrong, but what hope is the shogi world? Rico, you say you're not sure if there's been $80,000 in Western shogi the whole time you've been playing. I mean, that's true. It's true. I've said this before. I do think a lot of the shogi population are not not to, like, if anyone saw the series Succession, it's like, you know, these are not serious people, like what Logan said. I think a lot of the shogi players, you know, they're just in it because it's something different, or, you know, they want to be a little edgy, or, you know, they're just their heart isn't, which is great. You know, it's a fun game for that. But there aren't sort of that, it's not a mature player base, I feel. You know, my experience now after 2 years of sort of doing this. Anyway, let's play. Enough talk from me. And if there's more to talk, we have plenty of time to talk more. Alright, Tudan with a great Satomi avatar. This is a Satomi avatar battle. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Wait, what am I doing? I'm doing 10 minute. Oh, I messed up. I was talking too much. So now I'm playing a Tudan in 10 minute. But it's a Satomi battle, so it's gonna be good. Torizashi. I don't know the I think I messed this up. I definitely messed this up. I think he messed that up. So I think he should have taken that silver and forced me to break up my position a bit here. Happy accident. You were secretly wishing for some well, that's the thing. Is 10 minutes slower? So this is the real, this is the heart of the question. Is 10 seconds shogi slower? So he draws a pawn, I come up, he takes, wow. Wow. If I drop the pawn, takes, I want a bishop here. But I also want this pawn, knight. If I drop the pawn, if I drop the knight here,
7分
should I take this? Kita-chan Black. My silver seems shy. I don't know what that means, but greetings. This silver is doing nothing right now, or doing very little. It's defending this square, and it's threatening to come in this way, but... So if he comes back... No, I take... No. Get our silvers up the board. Defending this pawn, I'm also threatening to come up. Okay. Hey, should I get my bishop active? Should I get my bishop, should I threaten their, How can he defend this? How can he defend this knight drop? So if he comes up here, if he brings the gold up to defend, I'm going to take this, and I get the gold. Okay. Shogi is a game about capturing rooks. Ooh, boy, what is that? Is that a misclick?
5分
Is that a misclick? Trying to aim it here.
タ
Arigatou gozaimashita. I think that was a misclick. I think that's what that resign means. I think that resign means that was a misclick. Yeah, happy Friday, Ronald.
Current streak
Hope you're having a good one so far. All right, so a decent start to fast Shogi Friday. So that was the happiest mistake that I've made all week. So there were a couple. Hey, Koshiro, Shogi is a rook taking game. Shogi is a game about checkmating the rook. So I got into this game. It was a mistake. I meant to do 10 seconds, but I did 10 minutes. And I got a 2-dan with the best Satomi avatar available. I came in with Mom, I want a Satomi avatar. We have a Satomi avatar at home. This is the Satomi avatar at home. This is the Satomi avatar that we want. So I think this is a mistake. I don't know. To me, this feels like a mistake here. Not taking. To me, that's a mistake. I can't take with the bishop because the silver comes in. And if I take with the pawn, it leaves this draw point, I think, which is good for them. So I feel like I always get into this situation where I'm not sure exactly when to get my silver up. I wonder if I should have gotten my silver up here. I was afraid of this. Maybe I shouldn't have been afraid of that. Maybe I shouldn't have been afraid of that. Or I could have just done this to get the position that I want. Yeah, so I think that's what I would do in the future. Or try to remember to do. You know, against Central Rook, I find myself in these positions a bit too frequently where my move order seems very important. And I think I messed it up here. But I think my opponent didn't like this is what I want. Like I think in the end this is what I want. So I think it was not right. That felt weird also. All just very strange. Okay, so here, this is the move that I spent the most time on. This is the move that I spent the most amount of time on. And I think maybe it wasn't so good. Or maybe it was. Maybe it was, because I did win the silver. I did win the silver for the night. And I was able to refix my position a bit. Hey, Surgebringer. So I'm gonna run a quick Kishin. Oh, the engine wants me to do that just immediately. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that makes so much more sense. Rather than the pawn first, make this move first. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. Wow. Oh, that's still tricky. That's still very tricky. It's amazing that that's 84% for me. But yeah. All right. All right, so I think I was in the right line there. This one I also spent a lot of time on. Have I played the Nintendo 64 Shogi game? No. No. The only retro shogi games I've played are on Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. Well, and I've also played a Nintendo Switch shogi game or two. But I have not played... Oh, no, I've also played a Super Nintendo one. I think I've played a Super Nintendo shogi game. And a Nintendo. And an NES and a Super NES. But I do not think I have played 64 or GameCube or anything like that. Why? Is it good? Would you recommend it? Which one? Because I do have an analog pocket which can play... Oh, no, it cannot play Nintendo 64. I'm definitely... It feels like there's more behind that question. So this one also, gosh, this one also feels like there may be... It feels like there must be a better move. But I don't know. This feels good too. This feels very good because I don't think there's a great way to defend it. Well, no. No. I guess there is a way to defend it. So if I do this, what if the opponent does that? And now the opponent can come up here, and now I cannot take this gold. Well, and now I can do this. I can just keep piling on. You own Saikyo Habu Shogi. You feel it's way too primitive for an N64 game? Oh. Okay, you haven't played Morita Shogi. So Morita Shogi Advance is the game that I play on Shogi Advance. And Morita Shogi Advance is darn good. I don't know about the engine, but I love its... I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of the right thing. I love its puzzles. I think Morita Shogi Advance has Tsume, and I think it has sort of next move. Oh, you did spend a couple of nights trying to beat the career mode. Oh, cool. Cool. You said trying to beat it. Did you beat it? Morita Shogi 64 actually has a modem port. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And had online play. Heck yeah. That's what we need to be playing on. And no more of this Shogi Wars stuff. We need to get on Morita Shogi 64. There's probably a retro... I mean, there's probably a way to play that online these days. You know, with emulation. I have to believe. That would be fun. That would be a fun stream. Now people use it for homebrew because the port allows code injection. Awesome. Okay, you haven't played it all the way through. Are you going to? Are you going to try to finish it? And is it difficult for someone who does not read Japanese? That's one of the problem with a lot of these older games, is that there is a lot of text in these games. And it's like I've got the Game Boy in one hand and I've got my Google Translate, in the other hand, almost just trying to like play these games. All right. Well, I think this worked out. I think this worked out. I don't know if this was the right move here, but it seems good. All right. Okay. We got a bunch of percentage. I am clawing back. I am clawing so slowly. I am clawing back into the 20% range. So slowly. The text color in here is making this difficult for me to read. Pig Penarol, hello, welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy Shogi. Thanks for stopping by. You used Google Lens to navigate the menus. Yep. You'd like to play it through for sure. Awesome. I have not delved into N64 emulation ever. So, I'd have to figure, I mean, not that it's much to figure out, but I'd have to get that going. We have an N64, but it doesn't work so well. And I know that there are the new N64 systems coming. There's the Analog 3D, which is almost impossible to get, I think, still. Which is available, and I think it has some issues, but overall, it seems like it's a really nice device. And then Mod Retro is releasing the I think it's called the M64. It's another FPGA-based device, physical device that you can play, actual cartridges. But I have only a few N64 carts right now. And they're my son's. I bought, a few years ago, I bought an N64 for him. It runs great nowadays, so no issues running emulation on modern computers, yeah. Alright, so 10 seconds. 10 seconds. It's a proper Fast Shogi Friday now. And again, I have a bit strong on, so who knows? We can get anything. 10 second at this time of day in Japan is so empty that we can get 5 down, we can get 1 down, we can get...
対局開始。
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
嬉野流。1
Interesting. So back-to-back Nakabisha games.
1
Let's see what I learned.
2
Let's see.
1
Okay, I'll push this.
1 2
Get my king up.
1 1 取り差し 1 2 3 4 5
What's he doing? What's he doing? Okay.
1 1
I don't know if this is universally held, but I think a lot of Nakabisha players actually do not like getting this gold to 3-2.
1 2
So here's a moment of truth. This silver takes.
1 2 3
I think Koshiro said to do this last time.
7 8
I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I don't know if Koshiro is still there. But I think Koshiro said to do this last time.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Yeah, this is I think that's not good.
4、5、6、7、8、9。
Actually, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It's delicate. I think it's delicate but beautiful.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
Yeah, that was wrong. It was wrong. It was wrong. It was wrong. I should have just dropped my pawn back. It was wrong.
1、2、3、4、5、6。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Very interesting. Very interesting. Extremely interesting.
1、
Yeah, that's a pretty move.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
It would have been nice to pressure a bit.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Should I
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
God, that's bad. That's real bad. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it. I messed it up. I think I messed it up. Ah. Still not over. Still not over.
2、3、4、5、6。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
The rook.
1、 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。時間切れ。
Oh! Phew! Wait, what? Oh man, that's the first time that I've been, I think, surprised at a time like that. They didn't give me any padding.
Loss. Current streak is 1
Oh,
loss.
that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. That felt like a long time. It's not to my usual on Shogi Wars. Like they usually let that queue sit out there a long time.
1、2、
It's Nakabisha day today. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well,
1、
either way, I didn't play that well.
1、2、3、4。1、2。
So
Ich.
what am I supposed to do
Ni.
here?
Sam.
So how did this happen? How did this happen? What happened wrong here? What happened in my opening?
1、2、3、4、5、
Something happened with my opening, and I don't know what it is.
1、1、1、1、2、1、2、
I didn't need to do that, but
1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、1、2、3、4、5、6、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、
I'm not sure what I'm going for right now.
1、2、3、4、1、2、3、4、5、6、
Is there value in
Shit.
getting this?
8、9、
I don't think so yet.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、
Yeah, I gotta.
1、2、
Whoa!
4、5、6、7、8、9、
Okay.
1、2、3、
What?
4、
What?
5、6、7、8、9、
That was stupid. That was very stupid.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、1、2、
Let's activate our bishop.
1、1、2、 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、
Oh,
It's-
nice, nice.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9、 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、 1、
Wow.
2、3、4、 5、6、7、8、9時間切れ
Ah! All right. It's going to be one of those days. It's going to be one of those days.
Loss. Current streak is 2 losses.
It's going to be one of those days. All right. Let's keep going. I just screwed up my layout. Oh, no. I just resized my window. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I just accidentally resized my, just by a minute, oh, no. Oh, that's worse than the losses. Oh, boy. Give me a second here. I need to try to fix the layout. It's Nakabisha Day today. They're coming out in full force.
あなたが後手です
Okay, so bear with me. Bear with me. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it just looked like I did and I actually didn't. Maybe I triggered the resize cursor, but didn't actually resize in the end. Okay, so it looks fine to me. All right, you. Yeah, you can
こんな
the
将棋
training
を忘れ
bot
ちゃいましょう
you can play what it calls easy, medium, hard. But I don't know what the various levels are up here. We could try. So what
あ
is
なたが
normal?
先手です
Normal is 6Q.
Good
There's just a lack of polish on this UI here. And then hard is
あなたが先手です
hard is 4Q.
ドンマイです
Oh boy, I've lost a lot of percentage. I've lost 7% today on my 10 second.
「あなたが後手です
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
対局開始
Okay, so I have what?
1
What is going on? Four games, 4 Nakabishas.
1 1 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8
Yeah, I like Urushin Ryu against or Torizashi
2
against Nakabisha.
1 2 3 4 5
That was stupid of me. I should have just taken the bishop.
1
Wait, what?
3 4 5 1 時間切れ勝ち
Arigatou gozaimashita. Yeah, no, I like it. I definitely like it. I think Torizashi is very. I think Torizashi is very good against Nakabisha, but it like I would hesitate if you're using my success against Nakabisha as any indication that Urashino Ryu is good against it. I would hesitate. I'd back off slightly from that, if only because I used to be a Nakabisha player, so maybe I'm just you know, my own feeling is that I like, despite the fact that I'm complaining about the fact that I've played 4 games and 4 Nakabishas today. It's not. I think it's generally something I feel good against, but it is something that's very easy to mess up, as I did in that first game, or the second game. Todovsky, good to see you. And Pigpen General, or Pigpeneral, or if I apologize if that is not how to pronounce it. You say your least favorite Central Rook opening. Is that a Central Rook opening? Is this actually a thing? Is this a thing? So I've played 2 games now today that have, or three of these Nakabisha games though have been a bit quirky. They haven't been the usual. So I have seen Todovsky try that. I have absolutely seen Todovsky play that. But I think you need to be a certain kind of player to make that work. Where, like, I think Todovsky has a grander full board vision than a lot of people at this level. Oh, the edgy bishop. Yeah, the edge bishop Central Rook. Yes. Yeah, I think that is I don't want to say it's common, but it's relatively common. And I think Urashino Ryu or Torizashi does all right against that. Rooks don't belong in the center ranks of the board. Interesting. That's an interesting thing to say, because, you know, it does seem sometimes like the 5th rank rook does get in the way of a lot of the things that I'm trying to accomplish. It seems like. Hey, VMD Ayaka. Hello. I didn't track the win.
Win. Current streak is 1 win.
So this here. I think this is right. I think this is the right order. I do think this one is the right order. So here, I think this is debatable whether I bring the silver out first. But I think I like the safety of having the silver out. Oh, so fantastic news from the Rico front. You were digging through your old SSD and found your in-progress Tsume Shogi book. Whoa! Wait, what do you mean in progress? What do you mean in progress? Oh! Very now it's fantastic news. Now it's fantastic. I thought this was like a book that you've been doing. You've been solving. And it's like I thought you were unduly you were surprisingly excited about finding a book that you didn't finish reading, and it's like, oh, that's such a relief. Awesome. Well, use this as motivation to get down and do it. You will I mean, if you finish this book, You will literally get a few orders. You're guaranteed to get literally a few orders. I will be first in line. I am first in line. Yeah. You know you'll get at least 3 sales. You get one from me, you'll get one from yourself, and you'll get one from maybe I don't know about Jack-o'-lantern. Maybe Shogi Explained. So yeah, I don't know if so I was thinking Carol maybe, but I don't know. I don't know if she does that. But yeah, Fortune will. All right. So here we're pre-ordering right now. Who else is going to buy Rico's book? These are pre-order intents. We are signing pre-order intents right now. Well, Surgebringer, I imagine that the book will be digital at least, and we'll have. I don't know. So I don't know how difficult it is to get like Amazon to do that sort of printing on demand, but the fact that Seigo Sato did it makes me think it would be reasonable. So yeah. All I can say is remember us when you're famous, Rico. When you're a prize-winning author, just remember remember the little people like us. I don't care what the topic is. If it's about shogi and it's in English and you're writing it, but regardless, even if someone else is writing it, I'm going to buy it to support. I am just going to do that. Like it's yeah, it'd be good. And if you do the signed copies though, if you do this, keep this in mind, is that I bought signed copies of including one as a gift, including getting this something as a gift. There's a big coffee YouTuber. His last name I believe is Hoffman. His first name is James Hoffman. Yeah, okay, he was eluding me, but he wrote a book. He wrote a coffee book, and I thought this is going to be a great opportunity to support someone who's doing a good job on his YouTube channel, and to get a nice little gift, a gift for my brother. My brother who also, like myself, likes coffee a lot. So I ordered, early pre-ordered, I think months in advance. I pre-ordered signed copies of his book, and I think it was either as a Christmas gift or as a birthday gift, something like that. It was scheduled to come out well in advance of the time of when I needed it to be delivered for the gift. So I did that, and long story short, the book shipped. They started shipping their European orders and didn't do their American orders. So the book did not arrive on time for my brother. And it was a sticker with his signature slapped into the book. It wasn't a signed book. It was a sticker with his signature. And I just felt I felt abused. I felt like hoodwinked or tricked, and I have not watched his stuff since. You can't sometimes help but click on something, but so after that, I also messaged him. I emailed him, and I messaged on, in a private video that he had released to explain the delays and things like that, to explain why things had been delayed. And I put comments in there. I emailed a couple times, got no response. Not even not a video like, not a video heart, not a video response, not a response to the emails. And all I was saying was, I really basically I love your work. I'm a little disappointed by this. This was supposed to be a gift. In the future, maybe maybe don't put stickers with signatures. But anyway, other than that, got no response, and now he's basically dead to me. And now he's dead to me, and that's unfortunate. But I am a vindictive customer. If someone abuses my trust in them, then I will not come back. Really disappointing. So long story short, if you're going to sign, don't get a sticker. Yeah, you'd rather not have a signature at all if all you're getting is a sticker. 1,000% agree. For me, 1,000% agree. Yeah, that's Rika's making a note. This is gonna be the greatest. I'm gonna have this on stream. I'm gonna have a special episode of the podcast, or a special episode, a special stream where I'm gonna unbox Rico's book. To give it as much. Not that I have much reach, but like to give it as much chance as possible of getting out there in front of eyeballs. I'll open my personal copy, and it's gonna be a sticker with it's gonna be a sticker with like Rico's name, obviously machine printed, like obvious machine printing on a sticker, slapped in some random page, not even like aligned, just like slapped haphazardly. Yeah, in Comic Sans. Yeah, in Comic Sans. It's just gonna say, rikoDLC in Comic Sans. Oh man, don't give don't give Rico any ideas. A poorly replicated signature. That's an open AI watermark. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, I only have myself to blame. If and when this happens, I only have myself to blame. I've exposed one of my preferences here, in no uncertain terms, and it's going to be exploited. I just make sure to put the box in a box, and yeah, well, that'll be good. So that would be good, because that would extend out the content. That would get more time for some ad revenue, some AdSense for Google. Not that I see any AdSense revenue. I don't even have 1,000 subs. I can't like pay people to give me subs on YouTube. Just print the signature on paper and apply the paper. Oh yeah. Oh, tape it. Tape it would be even. Taping it haphazardly would be chef's kiss. the obvious fake signature taped on to oh man, chef's kiss. How to disappoint your book customers 101 here. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick. Speaking of ads, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to take a quick break. Refill my Shogi Dad mug. My Shogi Dad mug available at shop.shogidad.com, and I'm going to fill that with some more green tea and get some water, and I'll be right back. And then play some more. It's only been 4 games today. 4 games, all Nakabisha. Okay. Yeah, does the Shogi Dad mug come with an autograph sticker? It does not. That's, yeah. Oh, man. All right. All right. I don't know about these games today. Boy. Well, the first game was great. The 10-minute game, the 10-minute game was enough to, the accidental 10-minute game was enough to make me feel good about for the rest of the day. Rico shared some sneak peeks in the Discord channel. Amazing. All right, I'm looking forward to that. So definitely, if you're not already in my Discord channel on the Shogi Harbor Discord server, I don't know, server channel. On Shogi Harbor's server, there is a channel under the content creator section. All right. You don't play or study Torizashi much, but you believe it's more effective against some normal Furibisha opening. Your opponent doesn't seem to develop in a regular speed. That could be a problem. Yeah, I think it's definitely it's effective. You know, I think the engine doesn't love it as much as some alternatives, but it doesn't hate it. I do think, you know, it still runs all this. It has all the same caveats as Urshino Ryu. Is that if your rapid attack, or you don't, if you get slowed down, if your attack gets slowed down, you're not in the greatest position for a slow game. So you're going to struggle a bit in a slow game. And so, you know, a lot of the things that I've been developing or learning from say Koshiro or stronger players or the engine, you know, these are all ideas around dealing with what happens if that fast attack does not work. And then many of them are also what happens if the fast attack does work, because even if the fast attack works, you're still in a very precarious position capsule-wise. Got the Club Shogi Wars music. Alright, 2 Dans, Silly Go Round X. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
2、3、嬉野流。
Urashino Ryu. Okay. We getting Gangi? We seem like we may be.
3、4、5、6、7、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
On the raid from Smoglet, thank you. Hello, hello. Good to see you.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Yeah, so I just, you know, I don't know what to do so well against this stuff.
2、3、
You know, I see it so rarely.
1。
Yeah, I just don't know what to do. So I sort of rebuild
2、
what I think
4、
other players do.
1。
Intense shogi games. Thank you. Thank you.
3、
They are intense.
5。
Some might say too intense. 10 second byoyomi is a nice time control. You know, it's a
2、3、4、5、6。
I think it's a very nice time control.
1、
It can be extremely thoughtful.
1、2、3、4。 1。
So the king is now guarding this.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、 8
So, you know, in an experience battle here, I think I'm going to lose. In an experience battle with these openings, I think I'm going to lose them.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
I think this is gonna allow him to redrop, right? Yeah, I don't think this is good. I don't think this is good. Yeah, I don't. I think this is.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 1 2 1
Yeah.
1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6
Very interesting. Very interesting.
1
Yep, it's very interesting.
1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Let's get the bishop sorted to safety and tempo the rook.
1 2 3
Ah,
4 5 6 7 8 9
do I have any forks? I don't think so.
1 2 1
Wow.
3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
That's not a good move. Oh boy.
It's-
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah. That's not good.
4 1 2 3 4 5
Gosh, I'm so stupid sometimes.
8
Sometimes. When I'm a flute. I don't know what I'm saying.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 1 2 3
Hmm.
4 5 6
Very good.
It's-
Very
2
good.
3 4 5 6 1 2 3
Ah, I see.
5 6 7
Oh, that's tricky. Okay.
1 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 1 2 3新回好きで
Good game. All right, good game.
Loss. Current streak is 1 loss.
Obnoxious opening style. Well, it was good. I think it's more. I think it was the Kishin in the middle there that might have been the key. That sequence of 5 moves that appeared to be all taking between 1 and 2 seconds
あなたが後手です
while attacking.
対局
But I
開
could
始
have mistimed it. よろしくお願いします。
1嬉しの竜1
So, you know, Bogan is great. Bogan is great against my opening, especially when I'm Gote. Yeah, like I'm just gonna. I'm getting.
3 4 5
I think maybe I'll just get force fed it sometimes. It feels like some days are like this.
1 1 2
Definitely feels like some days are like this.
1
So 6 games. It's been.
2 3 4 5
I'm just gonna play Urashina Ryu. I'm just gonna play it. I'm just gonna play it.
1 2 3
I'm gonna play it. And I'm gonna do other things.
1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6
It's just not.
7 8
I'll give him a chance for the silver drop.
1 2
You know, I've absolutely seen people sacrifice here.
2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5
He's got no pawns now. I mean, he can get a pawn easily,
1
but yeah, he would have lost that.
4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3
Yeah, so we're in sort of crazy town right now.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 1
That's why I moved it quickly.
1 2
That is why I moved that
Some-
quickly.
4 5 6 7 8 9 1
Wow.
3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Boy, I was so stupid. I was so stupid. What is this move even?
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 1 2
Do I have mate?
3 4 5 6 7 8
Do not. I do not have mate.
1 2
What's that about?
3 4 5 6 7 8
So if he jumps, do I come up here? I come up.
1 2
He drops a pawn.
4 5 6 7 8 9
Maybe I should have taken the lance. Nah, I should have taken the lance. No.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8叩きの歩 1
Wow.
2 3 4 5
Sumero.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3
Was the pawn better?
1 2 3
I think it's over
完
there.
璧な将棋でした。
Hey Tulip, nice to see you.
Current streak is 1 win.
So that was a bit of a. I'm gonna guess that had some ups and downs there. I don't think either of us were in our correct mental frame on that one. I'm crawling back. My rating is crawling back. I'm only 2 down. I'm only 2 below where I started today. Wait. If it's an even record, I should be above. Because I'm playing a bit strong. Oh, because the first game was a 10-minute game. The first game. Tulip, you missed it. The first 4 games of the stream were Nakabisha players. Are there different servers for playing this game? None that are exposed to the user. As far as I know, there are no different servers that are exposed to the user. It would not surprise me if they had multiple back-end servers supporting, the site. So the first game was a 10-minute game against a 2-dan, and I won that game. The next 2 games, I got tripped up a little bit in the opening, they were slightly offbeat Nakabisha, at least slightly offbeat of what I'm used to. And I messed up the move order a little bit and got off to some tricky spots, and I lost those. And then the other one, and then the fourth I won. So it was a 2-2. It was a 2-2 day against Nakabisha. And now it's a 2-2 day against Nakabisha. It's a 1-1 day against Bogin. But I think, like the final Nakabisha and like this Bogin, I think the opponent didn't play it right. So this is, I say it, I like a broken record. Like a broken record, I say it, that I think as Gote, Bogin is the hardest opening to play against for Urashino Ryu. To the point where I almost cannot play it. And I tried to force it here, but I don't think this take is right. I don't think this take is all that right. Maybe, I mean, it can't possibly be too wrong, but I think just pushing forward is good. And like, what am I even going to do here? I think this is disaster zone. I think. Like, what do you even do here? I'm gonna take this into Shogi. I'm gonna take this into Shogi. You know I have my opening book on the side here. Not on the side, like I have my opening repertoire in some Kifus, some local Kifu. But what am I trying to do? I'm trying to copy this. I have not been seeing, like I say, I watch Urashino Ryu channel a lot, and but I have not seen a Bogin in a while, and I am at the stage where he's now between 2 and 3 dan in these videos. I started at the beginning, and I'm climbing back up all the way to the present. I mean, there's like 7 years of videos here, so I'm going through them all, but he has not been at this level. He has not been getting many Bogins. It's certainly not as many Bogin as Gote. So let me import this to the study so it gets saved. The variations get saved here. Okay. Engine wants 7-2. So like if I do this, which seems like the wrong order. Like if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do this. The engine advises that. So I guess to get the pawn. But it's not that big a deal. It's only +1. It's not that big a deal. So he didn't do the fast Bogin here. So here's the Bogin, and immediately the engine wants either the trade of the pawn or this. Everything else is almost a point worse. Again, not that matters. So let's say I do this, and he comes up. And I'm kind of left defending the approach that way. But we're definitely looking far. We're looking far, a little far from Urshin or Ryu here. Say he pushes that edge. And the idea is I drop it back on 1-7. I still have these two. Oh wait, that's not 1-7. Oh, that's 1-3. Yikes. That's a huge blunder. Wow, okay, I would just take. Okay, so let's say he doesn't do that. Let's say he does this. I'm just faster. I'm just faster. I'm just faster. That's a mistake? Oh, I guess. Okay, so wait, what's the better move here? Slow and steady wins the race. That's Sumero. That is Sumero. So he's got to run. It's still Sumero. And that's it. There's no, or there's this. The engine's calling for 4-6 knight. 4-6 knight, 6-8. Oof. So we just want to we want to clear this out. So what if the opponent, does he have to take on 5? Oh boy, this is way trickier than I thought. Retreat. Okay. And then just try to get it this way. Well, if this happens, then I can just drop my silver, and there's no way to defend that. No, there is. There is. I drop the silver, then they drop a bishop. take, and then reload. Wait, so, yeah. All right. Boy, that's... These are the types of positions that make Kiramake games maddening. Maddening. You know, it's very... I think it's pretty difficult to lose this position. But it's very difficult if the opponent is adamant. It's very difficult to win this one. Even this clearly edged off king, blocked off king, you know, it's going to take 10 plus moves. More than 10 moves. You know, or maybe not more, but 10 moves. Like 10 moves of my making, so 20 moves. All right. All right. Very interesting. So I want to look at the previous game then. So it was the previous game that I think was the real tricky... Oh, this is the Tudon. This is the Tudon. This was the Tudon Bogin. And I was sent... No, I was not Sente. I was Gote. Yeah, it's Gote, Urashino, Ryu. So I tried to do Urashino Ryu stuff. It was not quite the just flat out assault Bogin. But yeah, this is the engine line. This is the I'm playing, you know, I've seen this before. I'm playing the book. That is not the book there. So that is a wasted move. That I felt like is a wasted move because he's still coming in here. So here we push. Now if they do this, it doesn't matter. You know, I take, he takes, I take, he takes. So this is bad. This is bad for Sente. This is bad for Sente. Wait, what? Wow. I'm sorry for just playing through engine moves, but wow. Okay. Well, against Urashino Ryu, so the Bogin against Gote. So, well, but the thing is, so that's if I play Yagura. So you're saying that it only managed to have a pawn exchange in the opening, which is good, but that's if I play Yagura. You know, the key is I don't want to be playing Yagura. That's the key here, is that, I want to play Urashino Ryu, but I think I mostly cannot. I think if I try to play Urashino Ryu, I think the best, not that engine eval is all that much, but I think the best I am going to get out of it is minus 300 or plus 300, where they are Sente, so it's a plus 300 eval. Like, if I try to force Urashino Ryu in this position, You know, like you could see here it's or I guess this engine is still, I'm not running at high enough depth for anything to matter, but oops, this is not it. You know, we're at plus 2.6, plus 2 whatever. He comes out. Now it's plus, you know, plus in this low depth engine, it's now plus 4. Like that's real bad. Like that's actually, I mean, I think that engine eval wise, I think is actually useful, because, you know, unlike a situation where like Duck or whatever that might have a very bad evaluation, you know, you have plans. I don't have plans against this here. I think I'm just going to get beaten up. You know, I can't hope to defend over here. Let's say I do. You know, this is still coming. And then what? You know, then what? I bow the pawn. I think, you know, they still just push it. It's now this engine is now calling this plus 5. So I think Urshin or Ryu as Gote simply cannot deal with this. You know, all caveats aside, that this is running at a low, this engine's running at a low depth. It's in the browser. It's not the top of the line Yanura O, etc., etc. It's still like a superhuman engine. And playing the top of the line moves, once I made that Urshin or Ryu structure, ended up with this. And this was actually not even the best human move, or was not even the best move for the engine. I played a move that my opponents usually make against me. It wasn't even the best move. So long story short, if I am going to play Urshin or Ryu, I need to have a pocket Yagura for Gote. For Gote when the opponent decides to do bogeying. I think that's been my takeaway for this, is that I have to have that Yagura. All right. Cold. I'm cold. My hands are very cold. My hands are very cold. Let's see. Do I have tea? A little bit. Do I have tea in this Shogi Dad mug? I do. All right. My hand is so cold. I don't think I could play right now. So I'm gonna go fill with some warm water and take it. It's 2 hours, so that's usually around when I take another break. So I'm gonna get that and just try to warm up my hand, because, you know, for these fast games, it actually does impact me. All right, so I'll be back. Okay, back. And hopefully I didn't break the connection. I didn't carry my phone with me. Okay, the connection is still going. The heart rate monitor connects to the phone, which connects to the internet to upload the data. Just warming my hand a bit here. Let's see. All right. Feeling a little warmer. 1 second. Let me warm the back of my fingers. All right. So hopefully, I don't feel like I'm playing great right now, but I'm going to do my best.
あなたが先手です。
Sainai.
対局開始。
They've beaten me before twice. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Or once. Once or twice. They're 2 dan, and they've beaten me once.
1、
All right. Slow down. No need to play so quickly.
4、5、1、2、1、2、1、2、3、1、
Are we getting Gangi? Nope.
1、2、1、1、2、3、4、5、1、2、3、4、5、6。
I know. I have the moves. I have the moves ready. I'm just trying to play it at a pace. Get him playing my pace.
2、3、4、5。
Get him out of the emotional state.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。1、2、3、4、5、6。
Woo!
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1。
Maybe.
1、
Not maybe. Not maybe. No. 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 No.
4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、3、4。 1、
Oh, that's cute.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Interesting. Yeah.
1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
Who's faster? Who's faster?
1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
Do I have any forks? I don't see another fork.
1、2、3、1、 2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。タレフ。
It's just too slow. I had to make a move. I had to make a move.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Dang.
1、
Nice.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、
Wow.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Ah! I think I might have had mate.
1、
Silver. He doesn't have a gold yet.
1、
Wow.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Ah!
時間
Oh,
切
is
れ。
that? Oh, that's check. Oh, I wanted that. Oh, I wanted that. Ah. Huh. I think I had it there. Did I? I briefly looked at the board down below and I thought, okay, I'm safe. And so I didn't look back. It's the critical. So, oh boy. Is there mate here? Is there mate here? And there's a follow.
Volleyball just followed.
Volleyball. Hello, hello. Greetings. Thank you for the follow. Hope you enjoy Shogi. Was there mate here for them? Was there mate? Hey, Benjamin. All right, I'll use a Kishin before moving on to the next game. No. Okay, so there was mate. There was mate. And the sack was it. That's pretty. That's pretty. That's pretty. Good game to my opponent. Very nice game. Oops, I gotta quit the client. Okay, so do I have enough? I have enough to get I have enough to get the I'll get the Kana Suzuki Kana. I will get, we have 400 points. I'll get the analysis ticket. I'll get the Kishin ticket. I'm just maximizing my usage, and then by the end I'll have enough to get the remaining analysis tickets. That's the max spend, that you can get for a season pass. Oops, I didn't change my scene. All right, warming up my hands. Really good game. Really good game to my opponent. I also don't think I'm playing at any particular high depth here, but 3 dan. Monger 2, よろしくお願いします。
1、2、嬉しの竜。
Okay, I'm gonna put my teacup down.
3、
Even though it is keeping my hand warm.
1、
Alright, so it looks like we may have a free Bisha player.
1、2、1、
Yeah.
1、
Yeah. Alright.
2、
It's fair.
3、4、1、2、
Another Nakabisha. So this is the 5th Nakabisha
取り差
today.
し。
Torizashi.
1、2、1、2、
Let's do our best.
1、2、 1、
So this allows me, like, if the rook takes, this allows me to do what I want. Like, that accelerates my attack a bit. I feel it does. I'd like to have this pawn up, but I think it'll be fine.
1、2、3、
All right, so I'm going to
2、
attempt to trade these off. I'm now threatening the fork.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I think I could also push this pawn. But Waryuchi no Gin is a threat. Yeah.
1、2、3、4、5。 1、2、 1、2、3、4、5、6、7。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、3、
Shogi is a game about checkmating the rook.
6、7、8。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
I wonder if I should have taken the gold.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Wonder if I should have brought up the rook.
1、2、 1、
Wow.
2、 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Who's faster? He takes.
1、
Do I take?
2、3、
I don't think so.
5。
Oh, that's real bad. Oh my gosh. Oh.
1、2、
Oh, shoot. Okay, so I think I'm losing it. I'm losing my grip.
1、2、3。
I could have forked. I could have night forked.
時間切れがち。
ありがとうございました。So I've said in the past that the 10-second games are the most thoughtful of the Shogi Wars games. I think my opponent and I both in this one mistakes were made. I think it was very sharp. Ornald, good to see you. So I just want to see if this is a real 3-dan. I don't know. Maybe. Not sure. It's hard to tell. That's a very high win rate. So that is a very high win rate, which is, I mean, I have a high win rate, I think, in some control. So it's possible he's playing with a bit weak and I'm playing with a bit strong. So like my win rate in 3-minute games is pretty darn high, especially as Gote. This is down. This used to be like way higher. I switch the scene. Actually, I didn't track that win. So let's look at that game. So Ornald said that bishop takes bishop is worth considering. Since I pick up the gold too, but he would also get the knight. But he would get the knight and the lance, and the knight take comes with tempo, I think, because my gold is hanging. Right? Let's look at that. So my feeling is my expectation on that one is that if I take the bishop, he takes the rook and promotes his rook. I take the gold, he takes the knight. That it's going to hit the gold on. I was Sente on this one, so it would take the gold. It would hit the gold on 4-1 or 4-9. That would be, and so I'd have to respond to that. Although I could tempo it back with moving the gold to 3-9, and then the rook would take the lance, and then I could do something else. But I don't know if anything else I have is going to be all that fast, and he's going to be able to pressure the head of my gold. Anyway, so I guess we might as well look at that position without me trying to play it through in my head. So this is the first decision. I think my guess is that this is better than running. My alternate guess is that this might be better. Even it would give a 2-for-1. But like, is this good? I think that's bad for me. I think that's bad for me. I think it's bad. So anyway, I'm going to take this into Lee Shogi. This game I'm going to take into Lee Shogi so we could explore what Ronald was saying a little more in depth with variations, and with some guidance from our friend Yanura Osan. I don't know why I've been doing this lately. Instead of opening up my Chrome window, I've been opening up OBS. I'm one-handing this, which is why I'm using the menus. So, all right. Well, all of my, so I made the engine likes going back to 6.8 instead of 7.9. I would love to know why that is. Neither Urashino Sensei nor Urashino Ryu channel go back to 6.8. I'd be curious as to why they do that, because obviously they are stronger players than I am, and I think especially Urashino Sensei, I'm going to guess, will have vetted sort of all his stuff with the engine, especially since he wrote a book. So it's curious to me that this is often mildly better, yet I don't see humans making that move. So anyway, so we do this. This felt bad. I thought that this felt really bad. It opens up this square, but it also opens up some tactics. Especially if the rook gets pulled. And yeah, the engine did not like it. What did the engine like more? Just pulling the rook back to 5-1. I think that's what we normally see. I think that seems like a safe bet. Engine also being a weirdo and calling this out. Engine being a big weirdo. Who's gonna play this move? Who's gonna play this move? That is a thing. That is. I guess in some way, it does threaten. It does threaten this rook. It eliminates this exchange being as valuable because of the Tataki. But anyway. And I pushed correctly. Take the knight. He moves over, which was a bad move. Which was a mistake. And the engine loves Ornolf's idea. My idea. So this is plus 6.5. This is plus 4.8. This. I'm stunned I didn't see this, because I was playing for this fork. I was playing for this fork in my mind. And so I didn't even see how to make the fork. I think I got into the tank thinking about other stuff. I guess in that way, 10 seconds is tougher. 3-1 is the number 3 move, and then comes mine. So let's go down this line. Takes. Okay, so my impression was right. So this gold is hanging here. Takes. What's wrong with this? Yeah, 2-9 is the... And then what? Pawn. Okay, well, both... 3-9. So 3-9, tempo it away. So as I said... Engine doesn't like taking this lance as much. Oh, a key difference here. A key difference here that changes things tremendously, I think, from the usual times that we get this. though I don't know why that would be the case, but our king is relatively safe over here. Our king is not on the back rank. The king is not on the back rank. So if he takes, the pressure on the head of the gold is minimized because the gold can move. So let's say they take. And then what? And then what? Yeah, I've gotten material, but they've gotten a lot of material as well. And this night drop is going to be a thing, even without the king. Interesting. So I think all my candidates in this case are involving rook drops, and none of those are in the top 5 moves. So number 1, 2-8 silver. Number 2 is 5-3 pawn. I don't see that one because number 3 is 5-2 silver, just jamming in, trying to get out that gold, I guess. 6-1, just flat out taking is still at plus 5.9. Oh, I don't have a rook. Oh, we didn't exchange rooks. I gave him a rook. Oh man. Yeah, so by my eval, I am not feeling good about this position. Because this is coming, which is why I guess that the silver drop matters. I think that this is a much harder game for me to win. You think it's probably silver drop 2-8 because you have a bishop drop forking the dragon. Wait. Forking the dragon and what? Because I don't have a knight. By our eval, we are lost. Where's our rook? I know. Here's our rook, Koshiro. Here's our rook. Ornolf and the engine tried to convince me to take a gold for a rook. Well, take a bishop and a gold for a rook. So this is interesting. This is very interesting to me because like I sort of demonstrated after reading your message, I had a perfect visibility of the board. I had a perfect recall for the position. I understood and visualized the position. I visualized what would happen 7 to 10 moves down the line, sort of with almost perfect visibility. But I still discard that because my eval was wrong. Yeah, no, the engine loves this. I mean, the engine's calling this plus 10. So Ornoff, you say so you said if they try to run on silver drop 2-8, bishop drop will fork 1-8 and 6-3. Wait, is that valuable? What am I missing? So if I engine of course is agreeing with you clearly. Oh, it's not forking. It's winning. It's winning. Oh, the horse sack on 6-1. So maybe that's why the engine back here. So the engine back here, one of the plus 6 moves is just taking the gold right now. I'm going to guess that this move's value requires dropping the silver to 8 here. I'm just for my own edification. I think sometimes we see that where it's like there are some weird moves. So there's one good move that I didn't see, and then there's some smaller moves that don't seem so good, but their value still stems from making that first move after. So like if you miss the idea behind silver to 8 and you just sack this horse because you think it's a good move, because the engine says it's a good move, you're still not going to get anything out of it because you still need to see this silver drop to 8. So anyway, let's make that move. And there it is. Silver drop to 8. You've got to see it. You've got to see it. 5-3 pawn is still pretty good, but it was pretty good before. So I think that's those second tier moves in the eval list you have to be very careful with, because a lot of times all they are discounted versions of the best move, such that like if you don't see the best move, the second, third, and fourth move are going to be terrible moves, because you're not going to, or potentially going to be terrible moves because you still don't see the main idea. It's like, this move is not good because it's a good move. It's good because silver dropped to 8. Yeah, but that's fair. If you don't see the dragon trap, you probably wouldn't sack your horse. Well, I would because it's a 10-second game and I need to make a move. But yeah, you're probably not going to. Almost certainly you're not going to. Without seeing that idea, you're not going to sack that horse. Yeah, that's fair. I think in this position, that's a totally fair statement. Wow, this is something. So if we do this, the engine drops 5-2 silver here. I take, like, the rook still can't run, right? If the rook runs, it's just we get another piece for it. So like if the rook runs, then we take, and then we get the bishop. Oh, that's bad. Wait, what did I do wrong? How is what? How is this better than 5-4? Oh, the key is that now we really want this rook. Is that the key? We want the rook more than we want this? Is that the idea? So this is the number 1 move. This is the number 2 move. And this is the number 3. But it's pretty far worse than the number 1 move. Huh. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So if I were the opponent and if I dropped this, what would the opponent do? Would they drop the silver here? Or I mean the bishop? Would they drop a knight? It is the bishop. It is the bishop. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and that sort of ends the threat. It semi-ends the threat. So now we just have to win the rook. So the engine has decided that now Shogi is a game about checkmating the rook. What an instruction! What an instructive game here. Thank you for pointing this out, Ornalt, because I would have breezed over this part. I definitely would have breezed over this. So when I first read your comment and I talked through what I thought the line would be, and it was the line. The one thing again though that I did not have, so I said I had perfect board visualization. That's not true. In my visualization, this threat on the gold is much bigger because in my mind, a lot of times the king is here. Or the king is somehow under threat. Shogi is a crazy game. Where's my move? So this happens to me on these shogi sometimes. I can never find my move where I am on in the kifu. Okay, so I'm playing all right. I'm still playing all right. And I missed the fork again. I missed the fork again. Oh, so this was a big blunder. Big blunder. And it felt bad. It did feel bad. Oh, that's a darn shame. Oh gosh. All right, so this is going to be etched in my mind. This is now, although do I want to etch this in my mind? Because I don't think the gold is here often. Like, this was a mistake in the first place that I don't think a lot of Nakabisha players make. So I don't know if it's worth etching in my mind this fork idea. But I think for sometimes I do get this. Sometimes against fourth and even third file rook players, I do sometimes get this shape. You think usually in these positions, as long as you can pick up the bishop plus another general, your attack is faster. You think even for yeah, that's amazing. Because so often the attack will happen before I have even had a chance to get my king to mild safety. So very often giving a rook is going to be somewhat catastrophic for me because almost everything the opponent is going to do is almost like endgame tempo. But the opponent's castle is not fully made either. Well, I think it was at that point. I think at that point it was. Yeah. So I need to. Not that I'm playing on autopilot, certainly. Not that I was here. But I think that's a good autopilot check. Are those positions. Because a lot of times in the... what am I trying to say? In the quick engage Torizashi, a lot of times I think I have that choice of taking the rook. Well, no, I don't. No, I don't. Sometimes I do, but almost never do because the rook take will come with check. So NinWorld, you're saying as long as you have the gold on 4-9 or 3-9, you should be safe against rook drops. Yeah. Yeah. Well, so but the thing is, if my king is here, if my king is on the back rank, it feels like, so if we go back to that position, I wish I could edit this position. But like if my king was on 5-9 here, it feels like to me, I don't know how I have a silver in hand. I guess I traded that off as part of my Roshinaryu attack. But like, if my king is on the back rank, this seems to be much faster. So even though we have our general on 3-9 or 4-9, like in this case, it's on 4-9, which made it a target. Once the rook took the knight, made it a target, and then I come over to tempo it away. But if he goes back and takes that lance, the pressure on these two guys becomes just sort of immense, because with the king on that back rank. So it almost feels like when that happens, they're so much faster. But in this case, yeah, I think I've got a lot of time actually. I'm guessing as long as I don't allow the rook drop on 1-8. So let's make a nothing move. Let's make a nothing move. And that lost all the advantage pretty much. And then oh, it's still, well, there goes the attack on the gold. And there's the attack on the gold. Okay, yeah, so I'm surprised it's not the knight drop. Oh, but then, because the knight would be taken by the horse. I inadvertently protected the knight against the knight drop. Which maybe someone would do. I don't know. But okay. But I'm surprised that, so the rook drop is not the I thought the rook drop would be a big concern here. Oh, look at this move. Look at that move. Oh, boy. Hey, Gust1, nice to see you. You're one step closer, Sporadune. All right, you got one game in today. Awesome, awesome. One step closer. We will be celebrating this on stream if you hit it. If and when you hit it. When you hit it. Not to put pressure on you. So the thing is, if I cannot hit 2-dan, 94%, so it could be your next game. You could literally be one step away from 2-dan on Shogi Wars. West Irons, hello. So, I have to live vicariously. I have to live vicariously through you get to 2-dan, through Ornolf Ornolf is now at 4-dan, on Shogi Wars. So it's like I get to live through the. I think when I started the stream, I want to say that Ornolf was always through. Whenever I found out about Ornolf's level, I think it was 3-dan. So I got to live vicariously through learning of a friend having 3-dan, and then 4-dan hit, and that was, that's exciting. And then Koshiro, of course, is able to climb to, ridiculous heights. And everyone else doing their promotions. A bunch of people here have been starting out as low Qs and have made their way up to, all the way up to like 2 and 1 Q, which is amazing. So I get to live through everyone else's rank ups. Meanwhile, I'm just kind of stuck. Although I'm stuck, and I will probably never hit 2Q or 3Q, 2-dan or 3-dan. I think the only rank up I have in my future, I think on Shogi Wars, is this. I'll bring up Shogi Wars right now. What is my level? Is is 10 seconds. So I'm at 78% 10 second, 78% of the way to Shodan. So this is a few, I think this is a few good streams. I did rank up last year, but that's ancient memory. That's the Shodan rank up was July 29, I think, or July 30. So it's been a long time since I've felt that sweet endorphin, that sweet endorphin rush. Or whatever it is. We'll see how KO is, or Kaio, or Kyo. We'll see how Kyo is with their rank ups. This move. This is a pro move. This, I sometimes see these. Pigpen, so you had said, you had given me, and let me scroll back. You had given me a username to use instead of that. I'll try to remember. I'm trying to find it on scrolling. Okay. Potmos. I don't think we have a date yet. Okay, Fordun, I don't think we have a date yet. Good luck, Fordun. Good luck with your, assuming you're going to play this weekend. Good luck. Good luck. And please, if you do rank up, please share it with us. Share the excitement in the Shogi family. So Potmos, you're struggling to stay in 1Q, 18.9%. Well, that's you're nowhere near demotion. The Shogi Collective, yeah. You are nowhere near demotion. 18.9%. You have many games that you can lose before getting demoted. Yeah, Shogi Wars is thankfully very, very gentle on the demotion. So in case you weren't aware, to demote, my current understanding is that to demote on Shogi Wars, you have to reach 0% in your current rank, and you have to have lost 500 total games at that rank. So that is a lot of slack that they give you. And once you're under 20%, your losses and your wins count for much less. I don't know if it's half. It feels almost like half or more. Like if you would normally win and get 5 points, it feels like you might get 2 points or less than 2 points if you win under 20%. But the same thing can be said when you lose. If when you lost, you would have lost 6 points, normally 6 percentage points. Like if you have a big loss, which is like a 6-point loss, those are usually like 2 to 3 point losses once you're under 20%. There's no pressure there. There's no pressure there. I am at Shodan, I am under 20%. I'm climbing up to the 18 whatever. I'm climbing back in 10 minutes. Let me switch my scene here. I'm climbing back in my 10-minute games to 18.7. This was down at the 9% at some point. My 3-minute 1Q is all the way down to 4.3%. Those streams were ridiculous. But the 1Q is doing all right. The 10-second is doing all right. I also changed my alias to Up and Coming Showa Native. Up and Coming from Raised on 24. It used to be Raised on 24 Showa Native. Just trying to find the oldest sounding ones. But I think Kyo is launching in the spring. I don't know if there is a date yet. I still have that. I think I still have that page up. Yeah, I still have this. I'll just switch to this scene. Spring 2026. This is from December 19. I have not heard anything since then. And last I looked, there's still no Steam page to sort of put on your wish list. You're not afraid of demotion. Just the online shogi is crazy sometimes. The climbing silvers and central rook ducks and surprise attacks. You always felt unprepared. Yeah, shogi is there's a lot of variety at our lower level, at our ranks. I mean, there's a lot of variety in all the amateur ranks, I think. Yeah. Oh, off topic, but your friend is the Shogi Shogun? Oh, is the voice on Lee Shogi? Oh, that's Shogi Sage. Oh, or do you mean Shodan? Wait, is that an autocorrect? Is that Shogi Shodan? Or is it Shogi Shogun? It's so hard to tell with autocorrect and everything. Okay. So anyway, so we saw this. So where was I still feel like I didn't necessarily I still need to make that 6-3 move or that move there. This wasn't good? This wasn't good? Okay, I should have just blocked. But either way, it's my move isn't much worse. Wow. Oh, wow. I guess this feels it felt like anyone's game. It felt to me like it was anyone's game. Oh, he was really good in 81 Dojo years ago, not an autocorrect. Okay. 81 Dojo is having a mild renaissance. All right. Boy, we've got a lot of people on YouTube right now. We've got 10 people in Twitch, 18 in YouTube. This is amazing. I'll keep playing. I was going to stop, but with that many people, I'll keep playing. Hopefully I don't ruin all the expectations. Let's do this. Actually, I was gonna say, speaking of 81 Dojo, should we do 10-second there? No, let's do this. Yeah, you got to give exactly West Irons. You've got to give the people what they want. I don't know what they want though. No one tells me.
あなたが先手です。
よろしくお願いします。It seems like a lot of times it is chat.
嬉野流。1、2、
Okay, just making sure my scene is clear.
2、1、2、3、4、1、
Interesting. Okay, so
1、2、3、4、1、2、1、2、
so that's your name.
3、4、5、
Yeah.
1、2、3、4、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
I'm always the Migi Shiken stuff
1、
is always a bit of a scare.
1、2、3、4、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。1、2、 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
That's I didn't see what to do.
1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6
Ah.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
I don't like that so much.
リーズもドラドラマンガンです。
Okay. The Migi Shiken banned. Yeah, maybe they were banned. They were banned. Maybe Shogi Wars banned them. Oops, I wanted to see that game. I wanted to see that game. Yloigh, yeah. Hashtag don't resign. No. This is not a hashtag that we want. This is not a hashtag that we want. We need the hashtag. We need these resigns. These are the resigns that will allow me to promote. These are the games. These are the games that make up for my misclicks. These are the games that make up for the ones where I time out when I'm winning. You want the conversations. Exactly. Oh, man. Oh, wait. You want the conversions. Oh, I thought you were talking about what you want on the channel. Back to that discussion from before. You want the conversions. If you want the conversions, you are in the wrong channel, my friend. If you want to see if you want to see Shogi openings that result in if you want to see Shogi openings giving advantages and then getting converted, you are in the wrong channel. Oh, man. Unless you like seeing the opponent convert the games, because you'll see a lot of those. You'll definitely see a lot of those. You like both. So I feel like against this opening, I don't have a strong, what am I trying to say? I don't have a huge game plan. My understanding, because my understanding from stronger players that have told me this, is that Migi Shiken is not, it's not bad, but it's not so good against Urashino Ryu, that Urashino Ryu is good against Migi Shiken. But I get into a lot of very confusing positions. And I also, and I seem to get tactically trapped quite often, especially if I have my king on the sixth rank or sixth file, which often the engine wants. Strangely, does pawn 3-5 work here? So why didn't I? So I don't know why I didn't play pawn 3-5. My guess is it does. My guess is it does. So if we... the idea would be... like, what are we doing? Does the opponent sack now? Or is my king, would my king take? I don't think my king would take. I'm going to bring this into Lee Shogi. I'm sorry to be jumping out of app so much today. But I think these types of games, I think, need a little bit more variation. More supportive variations. And I don't mind having the engine on. So it'll be interesting to see if Kyo... It will be interesting for me if Kyo, the new app that's coming, is going to support learning, like is going to allow you to review, is going to have a full-featured interface for game review. It will also be very interesting to me to see if they allow engine, or are they going to try to monetize the engine like Shogi Wars has, which I think is rather unfortunate. So that will be fascinating to see. So here we are. Engine, as expected, engine likes my position. It's plus 1.8. It's plus 1.8, and I am Sente. So I think the engine, in addition to the strong players, the engine also likes Urshino Ryu versus Migi Shiken. Silver 3-7 was also an idea to prevent his pawn push. Oh, let's look at that. Let's look at that next. So I'm just here. The number one move, the engine wants this knight jump, which I think makes a lot of sense. I think it makes a lot of sense. The second best move is 4-6. 3-5 is in that list, but 3-5 at this low depth, at this 20 plus this 20 depth. So take it what you will. Pawn 3-5 is plus 1.1. This is plus 1.9. Plus 1.8 is the silver. So where are you saying silver 3-7? To prevent his pawn push? Do you mean? Oh, if I don't want pawn 6-6. Oh, I see. If I don't want pawn 6-6, just come up here. Ah, yeah. This looks like it's also fine. This looks like it's also fine. It's plus 0.9, but yeah, it's also good. Yeah, it seems a little safer. But the thing is, without this silver here, it wouldn't surprise me if we get these kind of sacks. Although if I take with the pawn, yeah, maybe I take the pawn, it'd be fine. So let's see, and well, silver, fascinating. So this feels to me very much like what a Migi Shiken player would do, but it's not good. It's not good at all. Huh. Okay. And now, yeah, now he's out of Migi Shiken and he doesn't have a bishop. So I wouldn't expect him to do that. Interesting. So I think I am I am incorrectly afraid of this because I've been hurt by these sorts of sacrifices so often against Migi Shiken that I think I discount. I think I just assume they're okay, even in cases where they're not. It's another one of those where I think I just need to play a little less on autopilot for that. That's not what I want to see. Okay, so we did this. He pushed, take, tie. Oh gosh. So, yeah, as the engine thinks, it likes my move, but these others are very close. A lot. Pretty much everything is pretty good. Okay. Anyway, I did that. So that's fine. So we're at +2 right now. Plus 2.3. I push the pawn as the engine wants. This is over a point higher than rook takes the pawn. What are we doing with this? What is the meaning of this? Does it limit the scope of where? We just start climbing up the board. Ah. And the best move is for the rook. It's basically the same, but to get the silver back. And now it's now the Migi Shiken is in shambles, it feels like. Although I come up, he could start coming up here. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough. There's a lot of moves here. A lot of moves. Wow. This is some sophisticated pawn play by my side, but maybe I can absorb some of this. Like I can feel the advantage now. Again, it's effectively equal-ish. You know, plus 3.5 or whatever, but I could feel it feels like my side is now easier to play to me. To me, it feels like my side is easier to play. And I've got ideas and plans and threats. And now the decisions are made here. So here's the real, you know, the decision making. Boy. Wait, what? What's going on? Okay, so yeah. Fascinating. Fascinating. I don't even know what The engine one, this is now extremely tricky, I think. The opponent has no good choices. 2-2 is the best. 2-2 is the best choice. But that loses the rook, and the game. As far as I'm concerned, that loses the rook and the game. And wow. Wow. Okay. So these pawn pushes in the middle are really amazing. Because look what that pawn push actually enabled. It enabled this idea. Yeah, so against Migi Shiken, I think I need to remember how important this square is. All right. All right. Good times. Good times. Whew. No, so anyway, we did continue. I just want to see how I played. And this is... I'm playing top engine moves here, not this one. So now we begin the edge, or we protect our edge. Okay, so now there's nothing necessarily to do. We've got a decent. We still have that sort of nice-ish +3-ish, +3.5 sort of stuff. Getting up is interesting. I guess this would maybe be some prophylaxis against the bishop coming over. But it's not a resignable position. It's not a resignable position. In the end, it's not a resignable position. He goes back. I don't know if he thought that this was free now. But clearly, the rook is protecting. And now I've blocked my bishop, which I, would try not to do usually. All right. All right, but we got the resign, which is, in the end, the most important thing. Oops. So I think that here is going to do it for me today. Thank you so much, everybody, for another week, another really fun week of Shogi. And yeah, it was just really fun. I'm not sure, actually, did I count that last? I think that was another one.
Win.
So
yeah,
I think that was just a really fun week. We had a lot of discussion. Check out the podcast. It's an interview podcast week, which is extra fun for me. And yeah, I hope you have a good weekend of Shogi, and good luck to Fordoon in the rank up attempts and everyone else. So thanks everybody. I will see you soon. Enjoy your weekend. Take care. Bye.